Oh man. So earlier today, of course, there was the Miami Dolphins game, very sad ending and whatnot. And I'm like, you know what? That sucks they lost, but at least we got the Dwayne Wade statue reveal tonight, right? Like, I'm so excited. I'm like, nothing can go wrong. It's not a game. It's not like they can lose on Pat Riley Appreciation Night where they got their ass kicked by the Orlando Magic first game of the year. It's not like, y'all remember Udonis Haslem jersey retirement night a couple years ago? DeJounte Murray hit a game winner. So basically, all of those nights were spoiled. But I'm like, there's no game today. The Heat finally learned. They're going to do a ceremony on a night where there's no game. What could possibly go wrong? And then they unveil the D Wade statue, and it was interesting. But we'll get into the appearance of the statue a little bit later, because the main point is that this was just an absolutely beautiful event, and just to be able to honor Dwayne Wade with his family there, it was really cool. It was really awesome to see. So I don't really want to poo-poo on the whole ceremony, because yes, the physical appearance of the statue isn't the best, but it's what it represents, which is actually really, really cool, right? Because of course, on the court, Dwayne Wade is the greatest Miami Heat player ever. Now, I think LeBron is the best player to ever play for the Miami Heat, but Dwayne Wade is the best Miami Heat player ever. There's a distinction there. I think most people would agree. But anyways, we know what he did on the court. 3-time champion, got this team his first ring ever. Really helped set the tone for what this franchise is all about, right? Him in addition to Pat Riley. But just Dwayne Wade as a person has really meant so much more, and he's been so much more impactful, like to an exponential level than what he's did on the court, right? Because Udonis Haslem talked today, and I really liked what he said. He was like, when he was talking about the impact that Dwayne Wade has had on the city of Miami, he was talking about all of Miami. And he was even saying, although a lot of people can't go to the games, they can't afford to go to the games, they can't make it, whatever the case may be, the impact that Dwayne Wade has had on those families is real, And obviously, I know the case too. I know the impact that Dwayne Wade has had on my life, and been able to create moments that I've been able to share with my family and such. So it's just very beautiful that he's able to literally change lives in the best way possible. Even if we can't see it, even if we can't see it at the games, it's real. Like, it is happening. And I can't imagine all the stuff he's done for the city of Miami and South Florida, not only just from a financial standpoint, but just a standpoint of giving the city something to do, something to cheer about, something to enjoy together, And I just think that that's very, very important, and something that's just overlooked a lot, right? And then outside of all of that, what he just stands for today as a person is incredible. Obviously, the way he stands up for his family, he's an incredible father and a role model to all these kids that grew up watching him. They know that is the type of family man you should be if you have family. Take care of your kids, love your kids no matter what. I guess although there was a little bit of controversy and he's got some other kids, I heard something like that, right? And I don't know if he was always faithful at times. I don't know, but that's a little bit too personal than what I like to get into on this channel. The point is, though, he has kids and he truly loves them no matter what. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy surrounding his daughter Zaya, because people don't believe in what she does. I don't know. I don't care about none of that stuff. As long as she's happy, that's all I care about. And what's really awesome to see is how much Dwayne Wade cares for her and stands up for, trans rights and LGBTQ rights. And basically, D Wade just says, as long as you're a person, a human being, you should be treated equally as everyone else. And obviously, I think that's a very beautiful message to get across. And the fact that Dwayne Wade has a platform and uses his platform to sort of promote those rights, I think is a really awesome thing. So he's definitely changing not only Miami in that way, but the world in that way. Because if there's a lot of bigoted people out there, and there maybe are big fans of Dwayne Wade, they see that D Wade can accept it and promote it, maybe that starts to change the mindset of a lot of those people as well. And then slowly, step by step, making the world a better place, truthfully, right? So it's very nice that D Wade off the court is able to just promote positivity. And I think that really is the best thing about him. So obviously, they had a big ceremony today. It was broadcasted on YouTube if you weren't able to see it. It's probably still going to be on the Heat's YouTube. They had a great interview with Jason Jackson. He spoke for a little bit. You had Pat Riley come up and speak for a little bit. One of the interesting things that Pat Riley said is he low-key hinted at a Udonis Haslem statue. He was kind of referencing Haslem, and he's like, one day when we get your statue up here, and I don't know if he slipped or if he was just talking, and I don't know. I really don't know if there's plans for it or not. I don't think that he ever will get his statue, to be honest. I'm not saying he's not worthy. Obviously, the same things I've been saying about D Wade can apply to Udonis Haslem as well. But a statue is different, right? Like, there's maybe only a dozen NBA players that got statues. You know, I saw a list today, like, it's Kobe, obviously. Dirk, of course, was recent. Then you got guys like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. Like, it's legends, like top 75 players of all time. So I would not be opposed to Udonis Haslem jersey. Or statue. I would love to see it. I just don't think it happened. So I wouldn't necessarily take what Pat Riley said as fact right there. But just an awesome event today. Nice to see his whole family there, the whole Heat team watching, just so Wade can kind of, you know, is a true example of what greatness on the court should be too, because I saw a guy like Kashad Johnson sitting in the background there. Y'all know Kashad is my boy. So it's just cool that these guys have a legend in-house that, you know, they can pick the brain of and learn a lot from. Even when Dwyane Wade gave his speech after the unveiling, he was talking a little bit to the team directly. He said, you know, guys on the team, a house divided cannot be successful, something like that. It sounded a little weird, like maybe he was trying to call someone out. I don't know, though, right? Because he's best friends with Jimmy Butler. He even mentioned Bam Adebayo specifically by name as the guy who will carry the torch. So I think everything's good in Heatland. I know we're 1-1 right now, but the power of friendship and tomfoolery seems to be restored. They just got some offensive stuff they need to work on. But anyways, it's nice just having a guy like D Wade in house that a lot of these younger guys can talk to, right? Especially some of these younger guys certainly grew up watching D Wade, right? Because I mean, I'm 26. I grew up watching D Wade. These guys are younger than me now. I know it's weird rooting for guys that are younger than me, but it is what it is. That's a part of life at this point. But cool weekend. You finally got the street sign as well. Dwyane Wade Boulevard. Shout out to Brendan Tobin. He was the leader in getting the Dwyane Wade Boulevard official for years before it happened. The second Dwyane Wade retired, he said, gotta get the sign, gotta get the sign, gotta get the sign. Even had the mayor on his show, said we gotta get the sign. They eventually officially got the name changed, but it took years to finally get the official metallic sign. And now you can see that on Biscayne Boulevard, officially Dwyane Wade Boulevard now. So it's just really cool to see. Next time I'm in Miami, I'll have to take some pictures and stuff because that'll be cool to see. But anyways, let's get to the actual unveiling of the statue now, because Twitter is roasting us right now. I do feel bad, but rightfully so. I hate to say it. I think we deserve it. It's not a great statue. Listen, I love the pose. They did the This Is My House, of course, after D Wade had the buzzer beater versus Chicago Bulls. It was always going to be that pose. Some other options I heard was like Dwyane Wade's dunk on Varejao. That didn't make no sense. I heard, and I could see if they did the Dwyane Wade throwing the ball up in the air, you know, Game 6 in Dallas when they won the first championship in 2006. But it was always going to be the This Is My House, right? So they unveil the statue, right? They got some fire, smoke, and I'm like, oh, it's the pose. I love it. It's awesome. And then the smoke starts to clear, and you see that face. And I'm like, who is this 80-year-old man? The guy looked like he was about to collect all the Infinity Stones, snap his fingers in half, and eliminate half the population, because he looked like Thanos. The wrinkles are terrible. The eyes are not him. And overall, the face is just awful. Now, I know recently there's been a lot of faces that don't look like the statue, so this is nothing new. Maybe it's just a hard thing to do. I certainly know nothing about molding a statue, but I feel like I've seen better than that. I feel like they can do better. I feel like I've seen guys on Etsy that do little molds that come out way better than that. I find it hard to believe the most experienced, craftsman in the world can't make a face that even looks a little bit like D Wade. I understand it's metal you're working with. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be photorealistic, but that was nothing like Dwyane Wade. Even the body proportions looked a little bit weird. His chest looked super huge up top. Like, he was never a jacked guy. His body proportions looked like Eric Bledsoe. It was not good. Now, I kind of like the colors, right? I like they did a little bit of red and black on the jersey. I do like how they had, I like how they said Miami on the fronts. I'm kind of iffy on if I actually like it, I guess, because the actual moment said El Heat on the front. But I did think it'd be kind of weird if they put like an alternate, not that I don't like the El Heat jerseys, I love them, but it's not their main jersey, you know. And if you're gonna encapsulate that moment forever, it needs to be the normal jersey, you know. So instead of putting the L Heat, they did put Miami on the front. I was curious if they would end up doing that. So all of that looks good, although the chest is a little bit bigger. It's really just the face. It's the stuff of nightmares, truthfully. And before I tweeted anything else, I checked Twitter to make sure that people agreed with me, and I just wasn't tripping. Not that I need other people for validation, but it was so bad I couldn't believe what I was actually seeing. I thought maybe my eyes weren't working. But anyways, that's really all I got to say for this video. I don't want to end on a negative note, because it really was a beautiful moment, and I love that they were able to, you know, honor Dwyane Wade. I think Jason Jackson said, every time I hear people say, when are we going to stop honoring D Wade? The answer is never, because Dwyane Wade is forever. That's just a beautiful quote. He said something along those lines. So I do like it. Beautiful moment. I love anytime they honor him and his family. So it was really cool to see. It brought the feels out of me. Nice to see the relationship between him and the Heat, of course, have you know, gotten better over the years, because when Dwyane Wade left to Chicago, obviously things weren't great. But they kind of revived that once he got traded back to Miami. Then I thought maybe he went in the wrong direction when they didn't want to sell him ownership, and he went to the Utah Jazz, and things might have been a little bit frosty, but now it seems like things are in a better spot. So hopefully D Wade can fully be back in the organization, own a piece of the team, and then things will be right again. All will be right in the world again. But anyways, that's all I got to say for this video. Let me know y'all thoughts down below on the statue, and then make sure to like and subscribe, because a lot of stuff does help me out a ton. The Heat play the Detroit Pistons tomorrow, so I'll come to y'all with a post game after that. So I'll see y'all then. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.